Welcome to Dub Nation, your home for all things Golden State Warriors. Highlights, hot takes, and pure Dubs energy. Join the squad. This is where champions live.
The guy has played almost 6,000 minutes for the Golden State Warriors, and he's still auditioning. I think at some point you've got to come to the realization it's not going to happen for him in Golden State, where he's going to break through. And guess what? It might not happen somewhere else either, but I think Jonathan Kuminga, to find out, I think he needs to go somewhere where he doesn't have such cynicism looking at him all the time,
right,
waiting for the bad habits to crop themselves so he can go back to the bench. That's what I mean by that. They need him. They need the physical specimen that he is. He needs a fresh start somewhere else to see what this guy can actually become in this league.
And that's so well put when you're constantly saying, you know, this is who I am, this is who I am, this is who I am. If people don't want to believe you, then that at some point ends up on the team. Covering the Golden State Warriors last season, I mentioned Jonathan Kuminga here. What is the plan for him, for the Golden State Warriors?
Malika, it almost feels like we're in a little bit of a holding pattern because we have to wait and see what kind of market Jonathan Kuminga can get outside of Golden State. Can he find another team that will want him and then pay him and then also perhaps work out a sign and trade with Golden State? Or does he want to remain in Golden State? Does he want to take the qualifying offer and then maybe become a free agent next season and bet on himself? Those are all things we're going to see. Now, look, the Warriors, GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. said, hopefully we get this done sooner than later, but it looks like they're going to have to wait. All league sources around the league are telling me they still hear Al Horford's name with the Warriors. They can do that before Kuminga. But as far as filling out the rest of the roster and what else Golden State can do, they're going to have to probably wait and see what Jonathan Kuminga does.
All right. What should Kuminga want here?
He should want to go be his best version. And I don't think that's going to happen in Golden State. And it's nothing against Golden State. It's nothing against Kuminga. It's just not a good fit. And especially when you bring in a guy like Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is a damn good basketball player. He needs the ball in his hands. He's going to make other guys better. He's going to defend on the other end. His basketball IQ is out of the roof. And I think that's where he gets the edge with Kuminga, where you put him in the game and you put him with Steph, you put him with those other guys, and you don't miss a beat. You put Kuminga in, and it's a little bit of a standstill offensively. He gets the ball in his hands. He wants to do his thing. So Jonathan Kuminga should look for a situation or opportunity to be his best version. It is his time, and he should not feel bad about that at all. It's oftentimes we make guys feel bad about wanting to step into their light and be their best version. I don't think he should feel bad about this. He's played the game. He's been in Golden State long enough. This is a guy who's 15 points per game, 45% from the field. He's a damn good basketball player. It's his time to shine, and he wants his opportunity, and I don't blame him.
What I'm hearing from different people is like, where is he getting this money from? What is he proving? We've seen splashes.
Yeah, we saw it when Steph went out in the playoffs last year.
But not something consistent. One GM said, I think he needs to worry more about the fit than the money right now and take care of the money later with his play. So what I'm hearing, the Warriors are still optimistic that they're going to re-sign him. But if they re-sign him, maybe that's for a sign and trade. Another thing I'm hearing of the many teams that reached out to Damian Lillard, the Warriors were one of those teams. This is the guy that grew up going to games at Oracle Arena, sneaking in the media room, getting sodas. Grew up a Warriors fan. That's interesting. I know Kuminga's big, but hearing that the Warriors do have interest in Dame, I know that's very interesting to Bay Area people.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily be an either or, although that is interesting, Spears. Yeah. If this isn't the worst market for restricted free agents in the last generation, I don't want to see it. There's just no money out there for cap space, and sign and trades are very tough to pull out. I know that they happen routinely. We just saw one with Duncan Robinson, as a matter of fact, but they're very hard with restricted free agents because the team that has the rights isn't motivated to play ball. And so Kuminga is in a tough spot. Josh Giddey is in a tough spot. Quentin Grimes is in a tough spot. In these situations, what you tend to get is stalemates. And so what might end up happening is the best thing for the Warriors is to retain Jonathan Kuminga, to use him as an asset later on in trade. The best thing for Jonathan Kuminga might be to do something similar, even if these two sides probably are primed for a breakup.
Okay, so play this out for me, Lex.
Yeah, listen, I think personally at this point, I think that the Warriors need Jonathan Kuminga more than he needs them. And here's what I mean by that.
The Golden State Warriors are staring into the abyss of a franchise-defining crisis. Jonathan Kuminga, the 22-year-old dynamo with all-star potential, is trapped in a high-stakes showdown that could torch the Warriors' dynasty. His jaw-dropping stats: 15, 3 points per game, 45, 4% from the field, and a blazing 40% from 3 in the playoff shavend, earned him a secure spot in Steve Kerr's precision-engineered system. Why? Because the Warriors are tethered to their holy trinity: Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and now, Jimmy Butler. League sources are screaming that Kuminga's camp is demanding a starring role. But Golden State's loyalty lies elsewhere. Is this the end of Kuminga's Bay Area dreams, or will the Warriors' stubbornness send their championship hopes up in flames? The tension is palpable, and the stakes couldn't be higher. How did this explosive drama ignite? Let's rewind to the roots of the Warriors' dynasty and Kuminga's meteoric rise. The Warriors' empire was forged in Fire Steph Curry's unreal shooting, Draymond Green's ferocious defense, and Klay Thompson's cold-blooded sniping delivered 4 championships in a golden era. Steve Kerr's motion offense, a masterpiece of selfless play, turned misfits into legends, but time is ruthless. Klay's 2025 exit to Dallas after averaging 18 shots per game on declining 38. 7% shooting left a gaping hole. Enter Jonathan Kuminga, the No. 7 pick in 2021, a 6'8" athletic freak who torched defenses with 34-point outbursts against the Clippers and Suns last season. Yet, Kerr's system demands quick reads, off-ball movement, and team-first basketball skills. Kuminga's still honing his 3 assists per 36 minutes and 5 rebounds per game scream potential, but also inconsistency. Is Kuminga a diamond Kerr's failing to polish, or a square peg in a championship machine? The Warriors' faithful are divided, and the drama's just beginning. Kuminga's raw talent is undeniable, but a seismic roster shakeup has thrown his future into chaos. Let's dive into the blockbuster move that changed everything. Boom. In February 2025, the Warriors detonated a roster bomb, trading for Jimmy Butler, the 6-time All-Star, whose basketball IQ is pure genius. Butler's seamless fit-carving defenses, feeding Steph, and locking down opponents has Kerr grinning ear to ear. But for Jonathan Kuminga, it's a nightmare. After missing 31 games with an ankle injury, Kuminga returned to find himself buried on the bench, racking up 4 DNPs in the playoffs' first round. Then, destiny called. When Steph Curry's hamstring sidelined him against Minnesota, Kuminga erupted, averaging a staggering 2 points over 4 games, including a 30-point masterpiece in Game 3 on 8% shooting. Yet, Kerr's system still favors Butler's playmaking over Kuminga's ISO-heavy flair. League insiders are buzzing. Kuminga's camp is livid, demanding a trade to a team where he can be the alpha. Is Butler's brilliance suffocating a future star, or is Kuminga's impatience threatening a championship run? The Warriors' locker room is a powder keg, and the fuse is lit. With Kuminga's future hanging by a thread, the free agency market is a battleground. Who's circling? And what's the Warriors' game plan? Let's break it down. It's the 18th of July, 2025, and the NBA free agency market is a frozen tundra for restricted free agents like Jonathan Kuminga. The Warriors slapped a $7.9 million qualifying offer on the table, giving them the power to match any deal. But the market's colder than a Minnesota winter. The Sacramento Kings dangled Devin Carter, Dario Saric, and 2 second-round picks. But Golden State scoffed. Calling it a lowball insult, the Washington Wizards are gaining steam, eyeing Kuminga as the cornerstone for their rebuild, while the Miami Heat, Chicago Bulls, and Brooklyn Nets are lurking in the shadows. Here's the shocker. League sources say the Warriors are plotting to re-sign Kuminga, only to flip him by the February 2026 trade deadline. GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. wants it sooner than later. But Kuminga's camp is playing hardball, scheduling Las Vegas meetings to explore every option. Is Kuminga making a power move to secure his bag, or is he a pawn in Golden State's championship chess game? The NBA world is watching, and the stakes are sky high. The Warriors are at a breaking point, and one question burns brighter than ever. Does Kuminga need Golden State? Or do they need him? Let's settle this once and for all. Here's the brutal truth. The Warriors desperately need Jonathan Kuminga's explosive athleticism to compete in a Western Conference stacked with young wolves like Anthony Edwards and Ja Morant. At 22, Kuminga's raw potential 2 points per game in the playoffs' final stretch could be the bridge to a post-Curry era, if Kerr can mold him into a Sean Marion-like glue guy. But Kuminga's done waiting, He's shouting, "I'm a star." And with a 30-point playoff gem. Who can argue? Yet, Kerr's system thrives on Butler's genius IQ, Curry's gravity, and Green's versatility. Leaving Kuminga as a square peg in a round hole, league voices are split. Some say he should take the qualifying offer and bolt in 2026, betting on himself. Others scream Golden State should trade him now, for a veteran who fits Kerr's vision. The clock's ticking, and this saga could either catapult Kuminga to all-star glory or send the Warriors' championship dreams crashing into oblivion. Warriors Nation, what's it gonna be? The Warriors dynasty is on the brink, and Kuminga's next move could change everything. Stay locked in for every twist in this NBA saga. Subscribe and smash that bell. This is Dub Nation, where Warriors never back down. Hit that like, drop a comment, and stay locked in for the next big play. Till next time, Dubs out.